have you be like, they show this to children?
Yeah. Ooh, there's a sleeping gator claw.
Because there at no time do they there's not some of the telltale suggestions that this is a stuffed animal. It's essentially these are real animals that have weapons, balloons, and at no point do I recall there being a Christopher Robin. I don't recall. I mean, I've only seen it like 2 or 3 times, and I've laughed my ass off every single time. But
I don't think we've ever actually read the book.
I've never read the kids' books or a kid's book. I've only ever seen the Disney adaptation of the cartoon.
Quap.
But he's not dead yet.
Oh, he will be. Get up, so I can kill you.
But yeah, it's you know, I don't know if the original book actually sat there and got all philosophical about it, about things. But yeah, just yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. Well,
Ooh.
yeah, I got that Christopher Robin was the author's kid, and all the rest of the characters were stuffed toys. But I think that's what I'm saying is the difference between, you know, even the animated adaptation of it in English by Disney versus the adaptation in Russian. There's nothing that's actually standing as a signifier that these are stuffed creatures. They seem to be like rabbits and bears and a piglet.
Hello, dead scientist.
I don't remember if we got to the one with Eeyore.
Yep.
We did. Okay, yeah. And a mule.
Dr. Hines' passcode.
Outside of Eeyore not having his tail, that's the only thing that suggests that these might be stuffed animals.
Mm-hmm.
Especially up to that point. Because in the Russian version, I'm going to be honest, it looks like it could be a real bear who killed a kid and stole his shirt.
Which happens occasionally in Russia.
And I really wouldn't put that past bears in Russia. I don't know what they do. You know.
You know, when they're not boxing and being in the circus. And being wrestled.
I'm not judging.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So let's see. That's the trailer here.
Like, I couldn't even begin to imagine.
I'm trying to think. I think there's more to find in this area.
I'll be honest, I really don't remember.
I mean, let's see. That's
Wasn't there... What did you find already?
The passcode to get to where we need to in the cloning facility.
Isn't there a corpse? Or was the passcode with the corpse?
It was near it.
Okay. Well, all I really remember is a corpse. Did you go up that side?
I will take a look. Oh, hello, person with a machete stabbed through him. Oh, funnel cake.
Apparently, they were not all as, you know, furry as we thought they were.
That's fair.
Because that kid hated it for the rest of his life. Well, you know something? Then he probably shouldn't have gone by the name Christopher Robin for the rest of his life. I mean, you can get that shit changed. Believe me, I've done it.
It was a little bit easier for you.
I'm actually thinking about doing it again.
Oh.
What would I change my name to? I don't know.
Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock? Obviously.
Oh, never. For God's sakes, that's somebody else's name. I'm not going to be a thief.
Oh, let's see. Actually, I think I can fast travel back to the...
To the Cappy's treehouse.
At least to the... it's about the same time span.
Then again, I think every kid that's parents... hasn't everybody's parents done something of similar sort? to them. I mean, maybe your parents didn't write a book about you and, you know, your imaginary friend animal stuffed toys.
Ah, there's the reptile house too.
But,
Weird.
you know, didn't, you know, like, but I think everybody's parents
Have done something embarrassing.
have done something embarrassing, and it's just a question of, you know, degree and, you know, exactly how
Terminal only.
how bad is it? I mean, hell, I get tagged. My family sits there and loves to tag me for shit that I had no hand in. We have a rotating story.
Mm-hmm.
That the story gets tagged to whoever the hell has friends, significant others, or other people that it would be embarrassing for them.
You know what, Gage? If you run in front of me and I shoot your ass, that's on you.
But yeah, so I mean, everybody has, well, many people have that kind of situation with their parents and their family. This is just on a wider scale.
Hmm. So creepy. And so exploded.
Well, at least this one's not saying that it's mangy and looking like it's saying that it's Nancy, and I'm just like, the fuck? Got personal. I almost feel bad for this rad rat pup.
I would.
Almost. I said almost.
Or not a rad rat pup.
As I said.
Okay,
I almost feel almost.
I somehow expected there to be something better in here than just a motley collection of rad rats.
Well, did you think it was going to be the Motley Crew?
Huh. With your vampire hearing?
Always.
Okay, there's something around here that wants to...
Radrat.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, somebody's giving a giant growl.
Tours for Star Control are now full for the day. Please speak to a park concierge for additional information.
I think he's over here somewhere. Oh, god damn it, Gage. I blame you!
Gage cannot keep tabs of a fucking gator claw.
Okay, we may have a problem here.
I don't know, apparently our internet's being shitty.
Oh?
Because it keeps freezing for no reason.
Oof.
We apologize for that. We only, our internet options are, well, one.
Yeah.
We have one option for our internet, and that's it. So if it goes shitty, it's not us, it's them.
Nuka World is pleased to announce that a small portion of your admission fee...
Oh, it's on your end? Hey, I don't put it past our internet, because our internet has times where it sits there and it turns shitty.
When they don't sit there and shut it off for 3 days because they tried to turn off the wrong house and have the whole switches, all the switches mislabeled.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. This place is obviously another maze. Okay.
I feel bad for you, B-Man, that your internet is a butt. Ours is occasionally a butt. And just sometimes bad.
Okay. Into the Welcome Center. And now we go to explore.
We have our modem, but then we sat there and we have the router, which has a modem in it.
Okay, unlock door. And in... Well, first we load, and in we go. And we're trying to destroy a malfunctioning cloning machine. Because, of course, that's what's going on here.
Oh, that's one explanation. Oh, for God's sakes, you're killing somebody who's just dancing. He's just dancing in the middle of the room. So
Yeah,
actually, I had a thought about Men in Black.
Okay.
For whatever reason, that actually just reminded me of the thought that I had about said thing. So, you know, when they have, in the first Men in Black, they sit there and they have like 5 or 6 guys walk out into a dark room, they flip on the lights, and like spotlights and everything like that. And most of the guys sit there and shoot all of these random ass alien type creatures who are just doing random shit and whatever.
Yeah.
And Will Smith's character shoots
what looks like
5 or 6 year old girl who's carrying a quantum physics book.
And is in the middle of a really rough neighborhood at night.
Yeah. And, you know, I sat there and I thought about it. And, you know, I thought about his explanation for that stuff is far too advanced for her. What is she doing out this late at night in this kind of rough area? And I sat there and I was like, well, I will have you know, she was going and walking from the local library where she got that book because her mother's been working extra shifts so that she could sit there and go to the community college because she's that far ahead. She managed to get that far ahead. And you just shot a little kid. Because, yeah, this is how Nancy's brain works sometimes.
Okay.
And so it was just kind of like one of those things. So I'm like, essentially, if he ran into a kid who was like 8 years old, who was a college student carrying a quantum physics book,
He'd completely murder.
He would totally murder the kid. Because, you know, if it was any time after 5, game on. Let's kill these kids.
Yeah, I'm trying to find... I walked by a... oh, there it is. Dr. McDermott's Terminal.
Ooh.
Journal entry XX32999. My attempts at creating the gator claw continue. I have the correct samples of Jackson chameleon and American alligator in the mix, but keeping sample 334 stable continues to elude me. If I intend to create a guardian creature for safari adventure, it has to be able to listen and comprehend my commands. I was hoping the brain cells from Q334 would do the trick, but I've seen failure after failure. I hesitate to throw the switch and see what happens. What if I can't control it? What if it ends up attracting more attention to the park? I think I'll check the sequence a few more times just to be sure. While foraging for food and supplies today, I stumbled across the remains of an astonishing biological specimen. It was humanoid in appearance, but much larger. It had greenish-colored skin and roughly human features. It appeared to be wearing clothing, and had been recently killed by what looked like bullet wounds. After dragging it back to the laboratory, I began an extensive examination. My conclusion was that this was a genetic mutation of a human. I can only hope that whatever caused this remarkable mutation can be extracted and used for my own experimentation. I'm entering into the record as sample Q334. Oh.
I think you're reading these backwards.
Yeah. It's been decades now, my metamorphosis continues. My body is changing, adapting to the radioactive fallout in the air. Instead of my organs shutting down and my life being slowly drained away, my body is fighting back. My skin has thickened and become heavily wrinkled, as if it's attempting to resist the radiation rather than allow it to penetrate my body. Rather than be horrified by the changes, I've decided to study them, to learn more about the effects of this having on the human body. Perhaps I'll use the data from these studies to find a cure one day, but for now I'm just happy to be alive.
Well, we'll see how long you are.
How long has it been since the bombs fell and transformed me into this withered-up husk of a man? I can't even remember how much time has passed. I've started talking to myself aloud now. I think this loneliness is finally getting to me. I haven't seen a friendly human in such a long time. I've almost forgotten what it's like. Trying to concentrate on work is getting more and more difficult. Maybe it would be better if I ended it all now, but then I would ask myself who would protect this laboratory from those who would seek to misuse its gifts. I suppose I have no choice.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll be fine. Well, your lab.
Yeah. And just, full of gator claws. Okay, I got Dr. Hines' terminal. Okay, now these ones you can clearly see the date order.
Mm-hmm.
I think I drank a little too much last night. Woke up next to the Nukagen Replicator's main terminal. I looked like I was trying to sequence an anteater with 16 giraffe-type legs, scales, 4 eyes, and 2 tails. Immediately, in my inebriated state, I've created a fairly viable specimen that could possibly work. I don't think the animal would live very long, but my scientific curiosity says I should give it a try. I'll have to consult Dr. Dermot. There's damn AFAD idiots are at it again. It's only been a few weeks since they vandalized my Corvega by filling it with manure, and the security department assured me they would be the last time they were allowed anywhere near Nuka World. However, I arrived at the facility today to find "Stop the Torture" painted across the security door. I don't know what these morons think we're torturing animals. Anything that we need to dispose of in the laboratory is dealt with in a swift and rather humane manner.
I think that's probably part of what they have issue with.
I've been able to isolate the segmentation issues I've been having with PB-041. The polar bears in the last segment keep coming out of the Nuka-Gen replicator inside out and then exploding. I assumed this was due to an incorrect sequence, but I never before seen such a violent reaction. It was actually a rather spectacular result, strictly from a scientific point of view.
They keep coming inside out and exploding.
Let's see. Third budget request denied due to resources for Project Cobalt. It's also up to several hundred living and breathing organisms. I've asked for more information, but I'm constantly met with denials. For all the trouble it's worth, this project better produce something big. It's about 1 a.m. and I've just received a strange message via phone that I'm needed at the Angry Anaconda construction site to assist with an escaped animal that's been injured. I swear, the security guys need to be more careful with our specimens. Last time this happened, not only did one of our escaped buffalo end up with a broken leg, but the other died when security had the wrong dosage of the tranquilizer darts. I'll report my findings in the next entry.
How many shrooms until this became a good idea? I'm sorry. These are just hilarious.
Dr. Darren McDermott, last known survivor at the Safari Adventure Replication Facility. Continuing my personal recordings. It's been... hell, I don't know how long it's been. I think I stopped counting months ago. Or was it years? Even with the scientific equipment at my disposal, it's clear there's no going back from what I've become. The radiation from the bombs has taken its toll on my body, twisting and deforming my physical appearance. But instead of falling into despair, I've embraced the change and used it as a basis for my new cloning research. Perhaps this curse will turn out to be a blessing. I just wish Dr. Hine was here to guide my hand. I feel lost without him.
So it's one of those relationships.
It's a forbidden love.
That's one way to describe it.
I'll go grab the other log now because I want to let that one play.
This is Dr. Darren McDermott, last known survivor at the Safari Adventure Replication Facility, continuing my personal recordings. I've been continuing to modify the Nuka-Gen replicator to provide a source of food. It's ironic that the very same device Nuka World was using to create its animal specimens for leisure has become integral to my survival. Using a tissue sample from a cow, I was able to replicate a viable clone, consume it as food, then use the remaining tissue to create another. I figure as long as the Nuka-Gen replicator continues to function, I'll have an endless supply of food for years to come. Dr. Hine would be proud of my accomplishment. It's sad. It's been so long, I've almost forgotten what he looked like. My God, it's been decades now. Maybe even a century or more, hasn't it? Has it been so long? I'll continue recording later.
This dude had some issues.
I think you need a subscription. And yeah, I'm sorry that I'm still laughing on the inside in general about just the things.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Now if I shoot you in the back because you're being a dumbass.
Well, one thing you can say about the gator claws.
Oh, there's an albino one. And I just shot it in the dick.
I don't think it has a dick.
Not anymore.
I don't think it had one to begin with. I think it was like asexual or even more likely. Its sexual organs are internal and only come out when you're
When they're necessary.
in process. See, even Rascal's looking at this like, what?
Bottle caps. That's what I like.
Of course, then again, when you sit there and you have some kind of combination of multiple things.
I'm just trying to
tats.
reload.
Stop trying to make gator claws sexy, Nancy. Thanks, Grunt Fodder. That just made me laugh. I wasn't trying to make them sexy. I mean, it's a fucking gator claw. I imagine there's just enough in, reptilian to have the sexual organs be something like that, but we don't know what else went into this outside of gecko. And, well, I don't know that I've ever seen balls on a gecko, so I don't know. I don't know. This isn't my bag of anything. This isn't my thing.
Huh. I think this might be the exit on the other side.
Isn't the one underwater? Partially underwater?
Yep. So I suppose I could leave from here, but I'm just gonna check.
Yeah, it is.
Huh. Yep. Okay. Don't need to go out of here. I know where it goes.
But yeah, I'm not trying to make gator claws sexy. I'm really not. I'm just saying. Actually, I don't know what I was saying that made them sexy, okay?
Next journal.
Grandfather, you weird yo.
This is Dr. Darren McDermott, last known survivor at the Safari Adventure Replication Facility, continuing
That's-
my personal recordings.
That's like live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ugh, I remember
Might go
that.
wrong.
And scavengers that had wandered into Safari.
And I agree, that was all kinds of wrong.
You don't think about that kind of stuff when you're a kid watching it.
To attempt to splice in view of
Totally.
more dangerous samples I've left in cold storage.
Ugh.
I
Sorry.
need to use the Nuka-Gen replicator to create some sort of specimen that's formidable, yet trainable. Something that can protect me, but most importantly, protect this facility. It will take some time to work out the chemistry and mathematics of the data, but I'm confident I can create a viable specimen within a few years. I know Dr. Hine would have objected to this course of action, but he isn't here, and I can't let this equipment fall into the wrong hands.
Okay, well, I think we're just gonna...
Scalies. Yeah, Scalies is about right.
disable current... Oh, program history.
99 first.
Subject survived incubation period, but exhibited extreme levels of ionizing radiation. Contamination makes subject too dangerous for command recognition patterns. Remit to incinerator. Next attempt will adjust formula mixture from sample Q334 and provide better shielding for the segmentation chamber. Subject failed to survive the incubation period. Cellular breakdown occurred within 1 hour of its sequencing. Remit to incinerator. They will adjust from sample Q334. Started to survive the incubation period, but appears to be in a highly volatile and aggressive state. Infusion of command recognition patterns appears impossible. Recommended termination of subject and resequencing after study period in isolation. Sample Q3334 continues to be unstable and unpredictable. So I think he was using super mutant samples mixed in with other things.
A super mutant gator gecko.
Yep. And we need to kill 5 more gator claws to clear the park. Whoa. The hell did you come from?
Headshots.
Nope, not doing headshots.
I'm surprised. Disappointed.
Their bellies are far more vulnerable. Yeah, for given value of fun, we'll go with that.
This is why I don't think that he would be okay with you killing everybody in the park. A Nuka-Cola lunchbox. How nice.
Okay, so we have like 3 more gator claws running around in here.
Squirrely fucking things. That super mutant gator gecko atrocity just saved me up to 15% of my vault insurance. What? Wait, you had vault insurance? Doesn't everybody have to pay in for that?
It's mandated. Ah, excuse me.
Well, why should I have to pay for vault insurance when I'm never going to live in a vault?
Fact. Hey, fatty boy. Okay, so the good news is now that we've gotten it down to like 3 or 4, it's actually going to point us to where they are.
Now it's just a hunt.
Yep, we're hunting. Be very quiet. We're hunting gator claws. Uh-oh. Got an invisible rifle.
Ooh.
Ah, there we go.
You know, the thing is when you sit there and you see it as an invisible rifle, you never know, is it not tracking that my rifle's up? I know that they have my crosshairs, but...
Oh, hello.
Don't get in the water. There's probably another one in there.
I can see why that might occur as a thought. Dunno.
Yeah. You don't fucking pretend like, you know, you don't sit there and go to Florida and not expect fucking gators.
Anywhere where there's water in Florida.
Oh, there's water here? Yeah, no.
Oh, there's a bear cave. This cave is full of bears.
Are you sure they're not Yaguai
Yeah.
by now?
6-1.
Gage, quit talking like you're some big shit.
Oh, he actually
You really are just a big shit.
managed to compliment us on a few things, or you know, help out with a few things there.
Yes, but there's still the problem of the fact that, you know, I'm still the one pulling all the weight.
Maintenance terminal.
Well, you're the character who's pulling all the weight.
It's been 2 weeks since Ross asked me about Cobalt. I told they need to drop it. All of a sudden, our department gets noticed that Ross is taking an unscheduled vacation. Now they want me to purge his terminal. Okay. Oh, wait. This is another one of those ones. They changed the order. They sent me out to the northern habitats today to clean up some vomit from a child who ate too much. Not sure if they picked me again. When I got back, Tomlinson and Fremke were just sitting at the break table and talking quietly. The moment I came into the room, they both nervously looked at me, got up, and left. Something is definitely going on.
Howard says Vault Insurance is about society properly supporting mad science. We basically let the insane plan of long-dead crazy scientists can realize their mind-bending dreams. We really should have single-payer mad science by now, but you know, with what you got. You go with what you got.
See, Fremke called in sick today, and so I had to change out the lights in the reptile house. It took me almost 6 hours. I'm putting the equipment back into the main shed, and I saw Fremke and Thompson sitting in Fremke's car. Saw Fremke hand something over, and then Thompson got out and walked away. I need to get to the bottom of this. I decided to put a holotape recorder in the empty locker next to Fremke's. I didn't get anything for days, but finally I scored big when I picked up a conversation between Fremke and Tomlinson, talking about something called Project Cobalt. I have no idea what that is. They never tell the janitorial stuff anything important. Why am I being left out? The work orders are piling up. I finally confronted Fremke and about Project Cobalt. He tried to lie his way out of it, but he finally gave in and told me it was a joint cooperation project between the U.S. military and Nuka World. I mean, what the hell could we have here that the military needed? I had to know more. Fremke told me to drop it, but to hell with that guy. I'm taking this to Brad Burton himself if I have to. And then he mysteriously disappeared.
Jinkies.
Batman.
Jinkies.
Come on. Oh, now we're up here. Okay.
That's right. We are up here. Wherever the hell that is.
Up where they had some cages up here that were not really viewable by the general public. Oh, no, they were. Okay.
Just multiple ways to get there.
And now we need to go to the reptile house to finish it.
Finish him.
Just so.
Yep.
I can understand that. Okay. You kind of learn to recognize reptile houses. Just, oh, he's taking a nap.
It just looks like a basic gator.
Okay.
I don't know what they expected with super mutant DNA. Huh? I mean, granted, we know a hell of a lot more about super mutants than they ever did.
That's true. I love all the, strollers and stuff you see around here.
Rad Rut pup.
Rad Rut?
Yeah, Rad Rut.
And then we exploded it. And I like to think the rad rats ate the baby.
Certainly.
Now let's see, tour guide terminal. Reminder 787. Due to recent incidents, the death adder, the black mamba, and the island taipan specimen have been removed from the little kids' reptile petting zoo. And in the future, employees are strongly encouraged to read the warnings of our enclosures before transferring specimens. Guides, please refrain from telling visitors that snake eggs should make a heck of a delicious omelet. This fact is wildly incorrect. Due to recent security issues involving the group calling itself AFAD, please do not allow any visitors to hold a specimen that's been removed from its enclosure for reptile touch time. Guides must hold the specimen during the entire experience. We've already lost 3 very expensive reptiles to this misguided animal rights group, and we cannot allow them to steal any more.
You know, you know, there's just a lot of sexual innuendo in this.
Yep.
And totally inappropriate.
Let's see. In the event of an incident, inform that Nuka World Emergency Stretcher can be dispatched for $400. Once the incident reward has been completed, first aid will be provided. Cost of materials and paramedics fees for labor will be billed to the visitor. If the visitor does not have a valid park admission, please call security.
How would you not know that he has a valid park permit admission?
Oh.
You see my problem here.
Yep. Okay, I don't think there's anything
I think it's also
else.
funny that, you know, these creatures were for reptile touch time.
Yeah.
It's like that sounds completely like some kind of sexual proliferation. I don't know what, but
You know, it's the new spin-off from Touched by an Angel, Touched by a Reptile.
no, I think you mean touched by a black mamba.
Oh. I might have seen that movie once.
Oh. That's just ew. Wow.
All kinds of
It's
wrong.
not what I meant when I said black mamba. I was actually talking about an actual snake, not a penis.
It's important to clarify that.
I'm gonna be clear about that.
Okay. I think we missed something
Huh?
because of Twitch weirdness.
Well, if we missed something, we apologize. If Twitch is being a bastard, it's not my fault.
Or is it? No, it's not your fault. Excuse me. So now we're gonna go deal with Sito and his family. Have you actually been avoiding the gatorclaws before doing that whole quest line? There's actually 20 you have to hunt down. It's a giant pain in the ass.
Sito never been here. Sito no like this place.
Sito, this is your home.
New friend done? No more monsters?
And they should not be coming back. Your family's safe, Sito.
Sito so happy. How Sito thank new friend?
I have some friends moving in here, but if you play it cool, we can all get along. Can you do that?
Sito trust you. Sito like more new friends. Before go, here, new friend take. It better shiny thing Sito say. Sito want to give. Thank you, new friend. Sito always remember you.
Sito's Shiny Slugger. Refill your action points on a critical hit. Spiked rocket and aluminum. That is just nuts.
Well, I think that you're gonna be hurting if that hits you in the nuts.
Oi! That's what she said.
Yeah, I did. Just said it. We're away from the reptile house, but she's liable to get hot, cold-blooded at any moment. Wait, when did we bring Cleo here?
Cold-blooded murder, hot-blooded murder. It's all about the same.
It's all about the murder.
Okay, so what we're going to do with this one is we're going to go ahead and assign it to the...
Shall we go to the pack?
Yep.
I think that Sito will get along swimmingly with them as long as they don't touch the gorillas.
Yeah, as long as they don't sit there and try and have, like,
We're gonna
gorilla
have-
cage fights. You know what? That'll be fine.
Oh, we'll go with that.
So we went ahead and we've assigned one territory to each group, and then based on the voting, we'll decide which group is going to be our friends. And I think this might be a good spot to call it for the moment, because I think we got a little bit of a late start. And we will see you all next week for more Nuka World adventures.
I mean, how many things do we have left in the Nuka world?
Dry Gulch and the boiling plant.
Okay, and are you... Okay, here's a side question. Are you planning on doing the whole, run out and...
Now featuring delicious
Oh, just to show it. Just the minimum.
Okay. Okay, well that's good then.
And yes, be man, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. And with that, everybody have a good night.
Yep. Bye.